Over the last 27 years, I've gone from opening my first photography studio 2 weeks before 9/11 to being named one of the most profitable photographers in the United States by the Professional Photographers of America while raising 3 kids. Today, I'm going to share with you the exact advice that can help you do the same. By the way, if you're new to my channel, my name's Sarah Petty. I've helped over 33,000 portrait photographers, mostly women, create a family-first, profitable photography business. Now, the reason I'm making this video specifically for women, and especially you mamas, is because it seems like all the top photography channels on YouTube are run by men. And listen, there's nothing wrong with learning from men. I learn from both men and women, but I know that the photographers who study from me are mostly made up of women and some really cool men. But you women out there deserve to have someone giving you this perspective that just isn't out there. Listen, when digital photography came in around the early 2000s, this male-dominated industry created a derogatory term, MWAC, MWAC, which stands for Moms with Automatic Cameras. That's why I feel so passionate about helping other female portrait photographers achieve the freedom, flexibility, and financial success, because I know it's possible. Here's what I want you to understand. I've seen how portrait photography is such a lucrative niche for women, and here's why. Listen, a 30-minute session on Wednesday morning with some little kids can easily turn into a multi-thousand-dollar order. And as a mom, you have an advantage because you're already living and hanging out with your target audience who can easily become your clients. And you have instant credibility as both a professional photographer and a parent. And here's the cool part. When you start photographing families with babies, especially their first baby, think about the lifetime value of a client. You photograph that newborn, and then you have a client for the next 15 to 20 plus years. They come back for birthdays, sports, ballet recitals, high school graduation, and then hopefully when they have kids. I also love how when mamas have their babies, they're drawn to hanging out with other new mamas. Yes, sometimes mom-baby groups include a cool dad here or there, but for the most part, it is a support group of moms. And listen, this is so good for us as mom photographers because these mom groups can become your Energizer Bunny referral engine. They are connected, and when one has a great experience with anything having to do with their new baby, they have to tell their friends about it. And of course, when it's a photography experience, ordering large wall portraits that nobody's even really heard of potentially, instead of just one who gives the digital files, everyone is like, what? So when they do this and they invest in a wall portrait, something to decorate their home and especially their nursery, right? So think gorgeous, giant face of their baby, a canvas hanging on that wall in the nursery, and their friends come there and see it. It normalizes making that investment in large wall portraits to all of these other moms in the mom group. So the friends are like, whoa, that's so cool. I want that too. They're skipping that whole, oh, I just want digital files conversation altogether. So with that said, let me share 8 pieces of advice as a female photographer that can transform your photography business. Advice number 1. Listen, you already have the ultimate multitasking skills. Take advantage of that. So listen, even if you weren't detail-oriented before, motherhood forces you to learn systems. You're juggling details, managing loose ends. These are the exact skills needed to run a successful photography business. I see so many moms starting their business, getting overwhelmed, and then falling for the when-then fallacy. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm just going to put it on the back burner. When my kids go to kindergarten, then I'll really grow my business. Friend, don't believe that lie because then often doesn't come. Now is the best time. And here's what I know. If I had waited till my kids went to school, I would not have the profitable business that I have now. I would not be serving so many families, and I would not have been able to have the money that we had and be the hands-on mama I wanted to be, because I would have had to go and get a 9-to-5 job. My goal was to get my business running so when they went to kindergarten, I was already in momentum. Don't wait until then to start, because seriously, the best time to get the business going is when they're little, because you're already hanging out with ideal clients and it makes marketing so easy. Listen, you've already got skills that you need. You understand the importance of systems. And while these business systems aren't going to be the exact same that you use to run your household and to be a mama, but the core skill of creating order from chaos is identical. You've already mastered the art of keeping multiple moving pieces organized. Now you just need to apply that same systematic thinking to your photography business. Advice number 2, you can handle pain, which is ultimate resilience. Listen, women were chosen to grow humans and give birth. That's the ultimate pain tolerance. And whether you've actually given birth or not, doesn't matter. You are female and you are made to be as resilient as you need to be. After handling the challenges of motherhood, from sleepless nights to tantrums to constant demands, and that might just be your partner or spouse. Just kidding. Seriously, you can handle anything that your business throws at you. The difficult client, child's play compared to a toddler meltdown at Target. You don't give up when things get hard. You problem solve and push through. That resilience isn't just a nice trait to have. It's your secret weapon in business. Advice number 3, your natural connection builders. Use that. Okay, photography is a connection-based, emotional, personal service. And yeah, this is a generalization, but there are lots of reasons that women are inherently better at connecting with other women. Listen, from early childhood, as little girls, we are encouraged to value empathy, to cooperate, and express our emotions, even more so than boys are, which hopefully times are changing. But I'm just saying, it really gives us an advantage to help us understand how to help our clients feel seen and to emotionally respond to what they're going through as moms. I really think we have that connection because other moms want to connect with another mom who gets where they are in the messy thick of raising kids. When you're photographing a family and the mom is worried how she looks postpartum, you get it in a way that others might not. This connection is invaluable, and it's what makes clients willing to invest more. By the way, if you like what I'm sharing here, you will love my weekly newsletter. It's free. It's a quick 5-minute read with actionable ideas that will grow your photography business. Advice number 4. Use your authentic, calming energy. Another generalization, but I do think women tend to be more patient with kiddos, even if it's in short little spurts during a session, which is essential for sessions with young children. It's funny, I always joke about how I have no patience, but when my clients come in, I've raised little ones and I know how to just bring a calming energy because I've been there and it's so appreciated by other moms. You likely bring a gentler direction that's less harsh than an outcome-focused approach that can stress families out. As a woman, you have the natural ability to boost other women's confidence, woman to woman. I don't know, I just feel like you know how to make a mom feel beautiful, and those words coming from another woman are more powerful even than from a man. You go with the flow and kids act out during a session instead of getting frustrated. So listen, lean in to the fact that you have a calming energy or tap into it because it's there. Advice number 5, you have an eye for what matters. So take advantage of that. Listen, we women, we love beautiful things. We love fashion. We notice home decor details. We see how colors work together. Maybe not all of these things resonate with you, but as creatives and women, we notice things that a lot of guys just won't notice. We see how that outfit choice tells a story, how accessories elevate someone's style, how the lighting is so important to flatter mom's face, and why it's important to make everyone feel as good as we make them look. I just think we moms get those things without even having to speak them out loud because we are that person. I think a lot of men photographers, while there are great ones out there, a lot of times they're so focused on the technical specs and the latest lens. When you are a boutique photographer and you're holding your client's hands through the whole process, you're able to take the time you need to focus on creating beautiful images that make moms feel connected. And that's what they're actually buying. Number 6, learn from men, but not how you think. Here's what successful men do that I think a lot of women don't do. Men just understand that when they get going in a business, they need to invest in a system and mentorship from day one. Men start a business, they get a loan, they find a mentor, they get in the room with other successful people doing what they want to do. Sure, you can call it the good old boys club, but it works for them, doesn't it? I have a son and I've raised him to invest in himself and to get in rooms with people who are doing the thing. And I see with my women students who study with us that they just start. They watch what others are doing, copy it, make up random prices, assume the people they're copying from are even profitable, often making a mess, trying to figure it out as they go. And I get it. We're nurturers. We think we can figure it out. But my gosh, why have to dig ourselves in a deeper hole of head trash and have to dig out of that? In my coaching program with around 200 portrait photographers, the top performers, female and males, understand proximity is power. And I'm so proud of all the women who got in the room. That's why they're succeeding. With the same mentor, the same model, everyone's working on the same thing because it's not about information in this day and age. You can Google and find anything you want, but how do you put the puzzle pieces together? Men also understand the law of the mirror. If they want to attract clients who invest in them, they must first invest in themselves. So picking mentors who are succeeding at what you want and investing in learning from them. Action takers are rewarded in life. And I love that men have so many fewer fears than women. They just go for it. And I feel like we need to do that too. This isn't about being a proud Lone Ranger-preneur and throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. Success in business comes from having a system, a community, and mentorship. Men understand this so well, and I believe it's high time that we women do the same thing. Number 7, you're built for the boutique model. Women excel at the boutique business model. That's what we teach. That's where you're selling photography based on relationships. You're holding your client's hands from start to finish with the end result goal of being wall portraits to decorate their home, not cheap digital files. You're using a consultative approach versus just a transactional approach. You're guiding them to invest in that beautiful artwork, not just grubbing for a bunch of digital files, where you give all the people digital files for a low price. Listen to me. People do not need more digital files. They all have a phone right there on them that take really good pictures. By being relationship-based and holding your client's hands, this takes away the salesiness that most women hate. Women are built for this model, which is why I think you're here and this resonates with you. And in this model, when you connect with moms about your kids, it gives you such an advantage in business. Because listen, this model gives you what you really want. Gives you freedom and flexibility to be at every preschool performance, to coach their teams, to go on field trips. You're not having to do weddings on Saturday nights, missing family time if you don't want to. I had some clients beg me and I said, hey, if you get married on Wednesday morning, I'm your gal. And none of them did. But still, I just value my family time. And I know I can make money on Wednesday morning. This model also teaches you not to overshoot so that you're not spending all of your waking hours editing hundreds of images that you're just giving away because you have a sales plan up front of what the client will be investing in. You aren't just giving away hundreds of high resolution retouched images or putting them up on an online gallery for them to figure out on their own. This means you've got to have the time to show up in their communities, build relationships, market your business, get all of this in the week, which is very possible, so that you still have that quality time to be with your family. Advice number 8, you don't have to be the most techie, and that's actually good. Now, before you get upset, hear me out. I know this is a generalization. There are women who value technology. I do to a point. But listen, I'd rather mentor people who want strong skills, right? Excellent photography skills, but want to spend every minute of extra time learning to serve their clients better, going out there and marketing, learning how to sell without being salesy, instead of geeking out over all of the new lenses that just came out to see which one has the most crisp image that most people won't even notice, right? That's not going to increase your sales or give you your life back like a proven profitable business model will. You literally need a camera and a reflector. That's it. Your relationship building skills and your business model matter way more than having the latest gear. Listen, while others are obsessing over equipment or staying stuck because of all the head trash they've built up because they tried and failed so many times, you can easily plug into a system and be building relationships that actually grow your business. Listen, you don't have to give up your family to build a successful photography business. And for sure, you don't have to wait until your kids are in school, out of school, or married, or whatever. Your mom skills are actually business superpowers. So dust them off, my friend, and let's go. You're not behind. You're perfectly positioned for success right now. And portrait photography offers the freedom and flexibility that other niches don't.